Hello everyone, I'm Steve from UCAN English Tutoring. In today's video, I'm going to assess one of my students' letters and I'm going to give the word by word feedback plus the assessment against each parameter and then the overall score. If you watch this video and if you find it useful, please like and share it with others. You can also write down the comments on the quality of my assessment. Plus, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to get regular updates on a range of English language tests such as IELTS, PT, and OET. Let's go through the letter now. She has written down the addressee's details here. She has written down Mrs. Mary Bouvier, the maternal and child health nurse, and then she has written on the address here. So that's all good. St. Albans Community Health Clinic, 78 Church Road, Subiaco, WA6655. That's good. So I'm happy about this. And she has written on the date here. That's also good. And then she has written down the salutation. Dear Mrs. Bouvier, she should have placed a comma here, but she didn't miss. So after Bouvier, she must have placed a comma. So dear Mrs. Mrs. Bouvier. So it should have been written like this. Dear Mrs. Bouvier, comma. Okay, place a comma here. Place a comma here. Reference details to Brett John Davies, date of birth 2/2/2003. That's good. Let's go to the next one. I'm writing to refer Brett, who was admitted to a hospital. Okay, let's go through this. If Brett is, yeah, that's correct. So Brett is a child. So we need to use only the first name of the patient. So that's good. I'm writing to refer Brett, who was admitted to a hospital on 4 July with infections. She didn't say what kinds of infections. Okay. Brett requires your ongoing care and management after his discharge today. That's good. That's all right. I'm happy with that introduction paragraph. Let's go to the next one. Socially, Brett lives with his parents and a 5-year-old sister in a rented house. That's good. On admission, Brett had initially indicated the signs of a cold. Signs of a cold. Well, a cold is not needed. Signs of cold is okay. But the disease, we don't need to use any articles. Okay, so it's a cold needs to be, so remove a from here, from the phrase. Okay, you just need to write down cold. That's it. For the last 2 months, but his later diagnosis, okay, diagnosis is wrong. Why? Because diagnosis is actually a verb in the present tense. So you should have mentioned diagnosis is wrong. Okay, so you should have mentioned diagnosis. Okay, TAGNOSIS. All right, let's go to the next one. Diagnosis. Where? Optics media. No. She could have mentioned like he was later diagnosed with, and then you should have mentioned all these things. I think that is much better. So his later diagnosis, instead of writing, I think his later diagnosis, you can say he was later diagnosed with, and then you could have filled up all these conditions. I think that would have been much better. During Brett's hospitalization, comma, the Denver development screening test. Okay, You don't need to use capital letters here. You don't need to use all of them. So it's going to be Denver development screening test. Okay. Denver development screening test. Instead of that, you should have written on Denver development screening test. That's it. Unless you're writing it down in the beginning, you can use capital D here, but the rest of them still has to be written down with the small letters. Okay. This one must be a small letter only. All right, let's go to the next one. Was administered which indicated normal. Which indicated normal? What? Normal? What? So it didn't say anything. Which I mean, you should have mentioned Denver during Brett's hospitalization. Denver development screening test was administered and was normal. Which was administered. You can simply mention like it was normal. Okay, you don't need to say which indicated normal. That's wrong. Okay, so the best way to do is to you can mention the results of instead of writing Denver before Denver, you could have added this one, the results of, and then you can say Denver development screening test were normal. That could have been much better. All right. Okay, let's go to the next one. Amoxicillin in 50 milligram per kilogram was commenced on admission day 8 hourly. Now, this is not correct. Amoxicillin 50 milligrams per kilogram. So you don't need to use in. Amoxicillin in. So remove in from here. Remove in, please. Okay. Amoxicillin 50 milligrams per kilogram. Is it 50 milligrams or milliliters? I think it's like milliliter. I believe so. Was commenced on admission day 8 hourly. On admission day was commenced on admission day 8 hourly. Okay, that's all right. But okay, let me see. 8 hourly. You could have used maybe every 8 hours. That's much better. And again, if it is a letter, it's better to write down like this every 8 hours, because the numbers can be written down in words if they are below 10. All right, let's go to the next one. In addition, there's a comma, nasal and ear wash treatments were performed before feeding and as required. There's a full stop. Consequently, this is good. Consequently, he has made good progress, including a febrile after 36 hours, including a febrile. Now, a is not needed here. A is not needed. So do not use a. A febrile, remove a. Okay, please. After 36 hours, when full fluids were well tolerated. That's good. Let's go to the next paragraph. After Brett's discharge, could you please support his parents in improving parenting skills? That's good. It's a good one. I'm happy for you. As his sucking ability is still restricted, please continue his free fluids and antibiotics, which are required a completed course for 14 days. Which required a completed course of, okay, which are required. No. In this case, what we have to do, we should have mentioned, instead of mentioning which are required, we should have mentioned which required. Okay, let's see what she has written down. It's required. This one, which required a complete course for 14 days, or which requires to be completed, which required to be completed, which require to be completed for 2 weeks. Instead of writing 14 days, it's better to write down 2 weeks, and that too using words, sorry, for 2 weeks, which are required, which are required, which are required a completed course for 14 days. A completed course for 14 days. A completed course for 14 days. For 14 days, which required to be completed for 2 weeks. I think that's much better. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. In addition, so try not to use the same connecting phrase again and again. In addition, his ear and nasal wash treatments are still vital to continue. Okay, now you don't need to use are still vital. Yeah, you can say continuing his ear and nasal treatments as required is important. Okay, so whenever required, in addition, whenever required, his ear and nasal treatments need to be continued. I think that's a better way of writing down. Instead of writing even in addition, which was already mentioned, that you should have used something else. For example, you could have mentioned, okay, in addition to that, or you can say also. You can write when required, nasal and ear treatments, nasal and ear treatments sorry ear and nasal wash treatments. So ear and nasal wash treatments, ear and nasal wash treatments when required, need to be required to be performed when required. Nasal and ear and nasal wash treatments required to be performed. That's good. Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Lastly, monitoring for signs of high temperature is recommended. Monitoring for signs of high temperature is recommended. That's good. That's good. This sentence structure is good. Thank you for agreeing to provide care for Brett. If you require more information, please do not hesitate to contact me. That's good. Yours sincerely, Kamar, the registered nurse. That's fine. Perfect. All right. Assessment. Let's say grammar has been improved a lot, but still there are some grammatical mistakes that need to be addressed. Sorry. The use of small and capital letters needs to be improved. The use of nouns and verbs needs improvement as well. Needs improvement as well. Please write numbers in terms of words. It's more formal if you write it down. Use of articles could have been better. Organization of case notes is good. Overall task fulfillment is all right. I'm happy with that. Connectivity is good too. The way you have spelled the words was up to the mark. Relevant case notes were included, I hope. Okay, let's go through the expected score now. Though the overall task fulfillment is good enough, she has committed some grammatical mistakes which can again prevent her from achieving her desired scores. Although she requires 350, this letter cannot bring 350 for her, unfortunately. But she has made good progress over a period of time. This one to me sounds like a C plus graded letter. To me, it sounds like approximately 320 out of 500. Approximately. Okay? I wish you good luck with your next letter, Alice. You must be able to pass, perhaps in the next letter, if you can identify these mistakes before you share them with me and rectify them, please. Okay. If anyone would like to receive their letters assessed at free of cost, they can send it to me on my mobile number or WhatsApp, that is +61 468 480 877. Alternatively, you can drop an email to me at steve@ucanenglishtutoring.com or reach me at www.facebook.com/ucantutoring. I have helped over 12,000 students in 3 different formats of examination such as OET, IELTS, and PTE. You will be the next one. If you follow my techniques, you should be able to pass your examination in one attempt itself. I have a group of students who are going to appear in IELTS, OET, and PT examination sooner, and you will get an opportunity to interact with them as well. If you're looking for just the writing correction packages for either OET, IELTS, or PTE, you can contact me using my number or on my email address. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you find my assessment is helpful, you can like and share my videos with others. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell button so that you will get regular updates and notifications on the videos. Have a good day. Bye-bye.